but we stand paralyzed on the periphery of life. Success, my friends, is not looking at the isms and schisms that prevent you. Success is going to where success is and hoping by sheer centripetal force you're sucked in. That's how it works. You are going to get your nose bloodied. Many years ago, I said a poem in one of my seminars, 9 years ago. I said, I may never gather diamonds. I may never amass gold. My colleagues may consider me a failure when my business life is told. But my dear son, my only boy, if you grow up godly, I'll be glad, for I know I'll have succeeded as your dad. Simple poem. There was a young man by the name of Brian Manhart who watched that DVD over and over again and wrote this poem down. That first Christmas, he didn't have enough to give anybody in his family anything. So to his boy Joe, he printed this poem out, replaced a picture from a photo frame, put the poem into it, and gave it to Joe saying, "From Dad, Christmas 2007. A poem by an immigrant who came to this country on a DVD is altering a father's life, trying to bless his son in some way. About 4 months ago, I was speaking at an event in Dallas when I felt a hand on my shoulder. And a man touched me, and I looked up, and he had big tears. "Oh my God, it's really you." I said, "What's going on?" He says, "I cannot tell you how much of an impact you've had on my life." He says, "I was 16, one of a big family, when my father told me, 'Brian, you can stay under our roof, you can eat our food, but I can't buy you anything. Whatever you get from here on out will be your own.'" He said, "I've been on my own since I was 16. When I couldn't give my son something for the first year, I gave him your poem as a gift. Today my life is infinitely better. I bought a ranch on the north end of town where we do camps for children. All my 3 kids that came after Joe have received the same poem as their first gift. But I'm so excited to meet you because you have had a greater impact on my life than my father. I'm a lowly immigrant who came to this country all of 55 years old. How can I change a life?" Maybe that's what you're thinking today when you hear the words legacy. I can't change a life. I'm all of 20. I'm 25. I live in Hong Kong. I can't change a life. Well, let me tell you the rest of the story. Brian then went and hugged my bride and said, "Thank you for letting your husband go, because he's left you so many times lonely. People like me have a chance to have hope." Sacrifice. When Daniel said we have to roll up our sleeves and work 20-hour days, that's sacrifice. But I was in India when I got the most excited call from my boy, away from him again. He said, "Pop, you're not going to believe it, but a man came up to me and held my hands and said, 'Nicholas, let me feel the hands your father has blessed. Dad, I'm so proud of you.'" Sacrifice. There is no easy way, folks. If there was an easy way, someone would have found it. Life is tough. But if you're tough on yourself, life will become infinitely easier on you. But have a thick hide about this. Put a little pep in your step, a little bounce to your ounce. Have some fun along the way. Earl Loomis said, as individuals, we deny our talents and our abilities because to acknowledge their existence will now force us to use them. John Maxwell said, if there's hope in the future, there's power in the present. Alfred Adler, the great psychologist, said, hope is the foundational quality of all change. So what is your hope today? What is your dream today? What is your aspiration? You want to be a game changer? You want to be a boundary basher? You want to be a vision caster? You want to be a team builder? You want to be a brand builder? Ask yourself. 7 billion, planet Earth, only one you. Will you stand on this side saying, I wish I had? Or 20 years later when a team is meeting here and you're the honored guest because you're at the highest level in the organization, will you be able to stand up here and say, I'm glad I did? I wish I had is a life of regret. I'm glad I did is one of possibility.